Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Quarantine and Chill YouTube channel with me, Leo Scuds.
And Bo Venencia, and today we have a special guest. We have Euan. How are you doing, Euan?
Yeah.
I'm alright, yeah. How are you?
Welcome.
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you doing? Yeah.
I'm alright.
How are you doing? Yeah, cracking. Oh.
Right.
Yeah, so we've got just Euan on his own today. It's like the second
Yeah,
time
Chris.
we've had
Chris, how
only
can you
had
do
one
this to
guest.
me?
Yeah, we have someone pull out on us.
Chris,
but,
Yeah, we're supposed to have Chris on. Yeah, he'd be
He'll
able
be
to last
watching.
minute.
There's no problemo though. It's completely fine.
I'm talking to you through your screen right now, Chris, and you know who you are.
You know who you are. You're listening. But
Right.
you know, it's fine. We can move on, Euan. Anyway, welcome
can.
to the Quarantine and Chill channel.
And,
Episode 11. Here we are.
Anyway, a lot of news happened this week, as most of you may know. I think it was yesterday night when I think SpaceX launched a rocket to the International Space Station, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Elon
Yeah, it's
Musk
mad.
and his SpaceX stuff kind of went with NASA, and they sent 3 astronauts up to the space
Was it
station,
3?
which is
It was
I think
two.
two up two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry.
two.
Yeah, get your facts right.
Doug and
Yeah.
Bob. I even know their names. You get me?
Doug and
nice
Bob.
Yeah.
They picked a good time to go, didn't they? They
Yeah.
just like they saw all the coronavirus cases just rising.
They
They
were-
were like, nah, I'm
They were
just
gonna go
head
on
out.
Thursday, weren't they? Like,
Thursday.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
they were, but then there was bad weather, so they had to
Yeah.
go last night instead.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the launch.
Yeah, I watched it. I think it's like the first like NASA and like SpaceX like kind of collabing, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It looks so modern. Like,
I know, it's kind of mad. Like the spacesuits changed as well. You see
Yeah.
that, like the masks and stuff.
They look like the things
Crazy.
like the suits from The Martian. If you've seen that film,
Yeah, that's such a banger. Such a banger.
They look like that kind of suit.
They look a lot like cleaner though than the old ones.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah.
more.
they're not like
modern.
massive blocks.
Yeah, they do look pretty fresh.
Uh,
But that was quite a big
when
moment.
when like you think of the spacesuit, you kind of think of that. Like you don't really think of like a lot of spacesuits are just like chairs, and people just kind of sit in them floating around space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But it's quite big to see NASA and SpaceX working together because, I mean, before that, then they were independent. So, but
Yeah.
together now, there's much more possibilities, isn't there, for what
I mean,
they can
like,
find? And,
if these two big, massive space exploration companies like work together, like they're gonna do twice as much as they are doing now, and they're just gonna get like so much farther into space exploration, and
exactly.
progress a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Forward in that.
What do you think they will do? Like the first big thing that they do, like, because we've already like stood on the moon. We've got
I
the
think-
international
I think-
space.
Colonization of Mars. Come on.
Yeah, wasn't like
Hey,
Elon Musk
hi.
isn't like Elon Musk thinking about putting people on Mars?
Yeah, he
So-
does. He wants to.
I swear
people
Donald
on
Trump
Mars.
said something like, I don't know if it was yesterday, but he said something about putting someone on Mars.
I think it can't be long away until we have like a colony on the moon or a colony on Mars. It's got to be soon.
Yeah, like I saw like a documentary quite a while ago when it said like most of the people watching this documentary are probably going to be in space someday.
It's
It's
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Scary
like-
thought.
Yeah. Do you think?
But the thing is, you just got to find a way to get water there. That's the main thing, really, because like
Didn't
food
they
they
find
can
water
get.
on Mars ages
they
ago?
they find like traces of like rivers and stuff, but I don't think there's actually any water.
I saw a thing like like the Mars rovers.
Yeah.
Apparently, a human could do like a Mars rover. A human could do what a Mars rover could do like in about a day. Like, so if a Mars rover like took about 6 months to like do something, a human could do it in like a day.
I know. It
Yeah.
needs to happen. Have they even sent humans to Mars yet? Like, has anyone walked on it?
I think it'd be a one-way
I don't
trip
think
if someone
so.
went there though. I think that's the problem. I think if you go there, you're not really coming back.
Yeah, because the fuel in it to get there and back. And
I guess what they could do is like send another rocket just filled with fuel.
Yeah, I suppose. But like with NASA and SpaceX working together, like could be like lots of stuff happening. Like maybe aliens. Who knows?
It's
Who knows?
just mad though, because like I was watching it and like they had like this ship in the ocean and the engine that came off, like it perfectly landed, like
Yeah.
on the ship that they sent out to the ocean. It's
Mad.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel like it's a bit of a waste when when you see like rockets going into the sky, because there's this massive like long tube of like a rocket,
Yeah.
and then by the time they actually get into space, it cramps down into just a tiny little pod in which they're in. I'm like, what are you going to do with like the leftovers? It's just like they just wasted.
Or it's like say if like in like a very bad accident, if a rocket was supposed to like explode or something over land, like would it just crash into like a street or something like that with all the stuff?
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
Just ends up in your house.
So, yeah, just have a bit of rocket lit in your garden. Pretty cool addition to the house.
Yeah.
You could sell it on for loads.
To be fair,
sell
yeah.
part of the NASA rockets on eBay.
Lots of eBay. Yeah, exactly. People just say it's fraud. It's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any other space news regarding the SpaceX rocket then?
They docked like a few hours ago, didn't they?
Yeah, because the live stream's been on for
Yeah.
ages. Every time I go on YouTube, it's just there.
I,
So yeah, they're there now.
Yeah, so
Pretty cool.
I'd always like to go to space one day. Like other people like say it's like really scary and stuff like that, but I want to go.
It would be so cool.
Yeah,
It would be. Maybe
Yeah.
not for like
ages.
4 years or whatever the astronauts do, but maybe just for like a month or something in space.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
to go to
Come back
Mars,
Like
We're-
the amount of training you have to do to be an astronaut is crazy.
It's mad.
and also being an astronaut, I think you have to like work out. I think like 4 hours a day, because like
Yeah, it's crazy.
when there's no gravity, you have to like your bones.
Yeah,
just
like they work
decay.
out in like they do stuff in water and stuff. And like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like train themselves, isn't it?
And,
so there was a program on like about training to become a astronaut.
Yeah.
To go to Mars, it would take you 2 years. Just going there. You
It's
go there.
mad training to get there. Like you've got to be super smart in like science, physics, and like maths, stuff like that. And then you've got to be like physically fit. You've got to be mentally fit as well. And then
Well,
you've
like
got to...
I guess it won't be that long until like space exploration is open to everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what would say your earliest estimate until like you can get a ticket to go in a rocket and go to space?
Catch the next ride to moon.
Catch the next ride. I'd say 2070. That's my
70.
guess.
Oh, I think it's like way
2070.
early.
How old would we be then?
Well,
oh, you put us on the spot here, didn't you?
hang on.
65.
Yeah,
Like,
65.
65.
So
I say by then. Yeah, that's my guess.
I think earlier. I think around maybe 2040 time. Maybe
Really? Wow.
earlier, maybe even earlier. Because like at the rate that science is going right at the moment right now, like
Yep.
it's like
Fair.
not too long till like it's just like it keeps on doubling every time. Like
Yeah, people are getting smarter as well now, so you get more scientists these days. Kind of mad. I watched a film a while back. I went to cinema to see it. It was called First Man.
oh
And
yeah,
it's with Ryan.
wasn't
It
that
was with
about
Ryan
like
Gosling. Yeah,
I heard that.
and it was
that
about
like,
Neil Armstrong
yeah.
and his.
Yeah.
It's basically about his life leading up to going to the moon, and then when he went to the moon, he came back. It wasn't a very good movie, but other than that, it was quite interesting.
Quite an interesting concept.
It was, yeah. It was really weird because they try to make it seem as if they shot it like in the late '60s, because like the camera had like had static on it to try and like bring the time into it, and I was like, I see what they've tried to do. It just hasn't really worked that well.
What kind of rating has it got?
Put me on the spot, going to search it up, but it was it wasn't the best movie, but it kind of showed like what he did like in the lead up to it. It was 2 hours 20 long. It got 7.3.
That's not that. Like, it's not.
It's pretty like
pretty good.
It's a good film. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It was good, but like it showed like when he was leading up, like he had to go to like the training course, and then they get put in like this little pod to like prepare for lift off, and then it gets spun around really quickly.
Yeah,
and then
I see
and they have
those.
to they have to try not to throw up and stuff. It's
The
kind of
seat
mad.
that they sit in, it's like really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
when you
like
fly space.
if you think about you lying down in bed, it's probably about a third of your bed. You've got to sit on that, like that's with your legs tucked up to your chest for like 5 hours or something. Can you imagine? Oh god.
Well, I guess you have like a window next to you and you can see Leo on the planet.
Yeah, I've got mad respect for astronauts, man. They put in
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't do it.
anyway, moving on from all this space talk, recently,
Yeah.
Boris Johnson announced that on Monday, we'll be able to meet up in groups of 6.
I know, yeah.
In
Yeah.
groups this time. Well,
Big progression.
You still have to you still have to social distance, so you've been like a big, like 12 feet square.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
I think
as soon as they've allowed people to meet up, they've just not like cared about the 2 meter rule.
I've
I
seen
see
that as
those
well.
people just
Yeah.
sitting next to each other.
But you can understand why, because say if you've got a group of friends that you haven't seen in 10 weeks before now, and you meet each other up for the first time on like a Monday. You meet up and you're all social distance 2 meters apart, and then you meet up again on the Wednesday, and you're slowly like, oh, I know they haven't got it. I know I can't get infected. So you slowly start moving together, and by the Friday, you're all basically just like
Yeah.
rugby tackling each other again or whatever, because like there's no risk, but like that's not really the problem.
Yeah. Do you guys agree with the new quarantine rule coming this Monday? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm lost, to be honest, in this.
Me too. It's just not been clear, has it?
It's all over the place at the moment.
It is. It's in shambles. I think
to be honest, they're gonna have Premier League start again, aren't they, as well? So,
they are June 17th. That's
Yeah,
pretty
June
big.
17th.
But once again, like, can't you just imagine just fans just meeting up outside the stadiums, even
Yeah,
if they
that's
can't
what they're
watch
talking
it?
about,
Yeah.
like having neutral grounds.
Yeah, I heard that. But even then, I still think that they would travel to wherever the game would be held
Yeah.
just to go outside and sing songs or whatever.
Yeah. Do you guys still go outside often? Do you exercise or do you meet up with people?
If I go out, if I go out on a run, I'll do it like early in the morning,
Oh yeah.
and there's not
Yeah.
that many people.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to wake up early now. I just can't wake up early anymore.
So I'm quarter to 11 probably most days. I mean, it's not that bad. compared to
During
some
the week,
people.
I get up quite early. Like I try and get up at 7. Like the
I
first
would
week of
love to do
quarantine,
that.
I was up
It would be so nice to get that
every day of the
early.
week, 7 o'clock.
I would love to
Just
do that.
gotta get in a
That'd be great.
routine, but
Well, I guess you have to get used
slowly
to it
got
soon.
later and later.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But I need, like my body tends to like, I need about 8 hours sleep minimum. Like some people can go off like 4 hours, but like
yeah.
if I get any less than like 8, then I'm just like F for the rest of the day.
Well,
You know
I
what I'm
guess.
saying?
Well, I can't imagine school will be like any. We'll be around the corner anytime soon, so you have to get used to getting up at 7 again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's one thing I am enjoying though, not having an alarm waking me up every day. That's
Yeah.
cracking.
Yeah, I still have an alarm just in case they do sleep past.
I like the
11 or
day,
something.
like it's just when it's like not structured, because you can just like go off and do what you want.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
Lots more freedom other than the fact that coronavirus, but you know.
Yeah. Well,
Still.
as we
Going back to this quickly though, I think that they are moving the the whole relaxation of lockdown a bit too quickly. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's gone way too quick. Because like we went into lockdown too late. I reckon we should have gone in like 2 weeks before then, before we did.
Yeah.
And then by the time we
Yeah,
actually
moving too
did,
fast.
we were only in for about 2 months until we can meet up with people again. And
I
now
also
we
feel
can.
like countries are trying to have like a competition who can like
get out of
get back to
quarantine
normal
first.
first.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm seeing that.
America's just kind of doing its own thing at the moment, but
Oh, America's an absolute.
I swear,
shambles.
like loads of people in America are meeting up and like
yeah,
I don't know
America's
what the
kind of
rules
giving
are
up at
over
the
there,
moment.
but just not.
Yeah, people the Americans are just going to each other's houses. They were even like the first week of lockdown, even though they've got the most cases in the world. Like they've got like
No
over 1
wonder.
million or something. Yet they're still just breaking the rules. I mean, I don't know. They're kind of mad. And even here, it's still not good, is it? I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna reopen pubs in 2 weeks, which
Really?
is it's an awful idea. I think. I mean, it's good for the pub owners.
They'd have to at least like cut down the amount of people going into them.
I think they'll take like precautions, but
Yeah.
I think it's mainly just so the pub owners can like
Yeah, it's the business.
make money because
Is that the same for hairdressers?
yeah, I don't know though.
I
you're on the same boat as me.
I really hope so because my hair is literally everywhere at the moment.
Well, what about you, Ewan? How's your hair looking?
Well, I attempted to cut it.
You did?
Oh, no.
It was alright, but I'm just trying to grow it out so like it doesn't look too bad.
Well,
Well, in the first weeks of
it was,
quarantine, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna either skinhead or grow it out," and I was like,
Yeah.
"I'll just grow it out. Hairdressers will be open in like a month or so." And here we are, and I've got this like massive cat wig coming on. It's not good.
It's getting longer and longer my hair though. Like, but,
Well,
Yeah.
I was an ex long hair person, so yeah, I'm kind of
Back in
used
the
to the
day.
old like rug on your head, but
Yeah.
it's not
Yours
brilliant, especially in the summer.
yours-
It's boiling hot.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the weather this week's been absolutely cracking.
It has
Doesn't
been.
help
Yeah.
like meeting up because it's like 26 degrees like casual every day now, which is kind of mad.
yeah.
It's gonna probably fall down though next week, I've heard, but still pretty
Yeah.
pretty decent stuff.
Great weather though. So
Yeah.
The internet's been dodgy for me. Like,
Oh yeah, me too.
I spent about 1.5 hours like trying to load up Google Classroom one day.
really?
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
it's tragic.
it's like in my area the internet's like not that great. There's
Uh,
always Wi-Fi people around.
what broadband
Oh,
do
yeah.
you use? Actually, don't
Let's
get
see.
copyrighted.
Not like we make any money anyway.
Yeah.
Come on, YouTube.
So if we're supposed to be making about 20 quid a year, don't see it coming in.
Haven't seen a penny of this yet.
I think it's because we
Tragic.
haven't attached a bank account to the
No, we haven't. To be fair, we need to get these P's coming in. But yeah, my Wi-Fi's not been good either. We just got a new router. I swear, every time you get a new router, it's supposed to make your Wi-Fi better. But every time I seem to go on, it just makes my Wi-Fi worse. Slowly and slowly
Yeah.
worse. I was
Uh.
playing on my Xbox today, and I disconnected from a Warzone game in 3 different games, and it was tragic. Like that hasn't happened once before. Like
Mine's
in the
just
last
like
2
really
months.
inconsistent. Just like keeps on going up and down. It's like good 1 second, then like just kicks me out the game.
Yeah, well,
Oh, it's so heavy.
in my house, I'm in the top floor, so I have to use an Ethernet cable
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
because it's just impossible to get Wi-Fi in my room.
but you've probably got a good connection from that, yeah.
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 It's good, like, so, but the other thing is I only have one, so whenever I have to go on like a different like device, I have to keep on switching it around all the time. But
Oh.
apart from that, it's fine.
All right. Well, it's a good thing. Well, another thing that happened recently was the Prime Minister's like advisor, Dominic Cummings. You've
Yeah.
probably heard the name in the news. He went on a bit of a mad one. He went. I don't know like the facts correctly, but he went on a car journey from I think London to somewhere up north, which was like 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
Like during the time where you weren't allowed to go out your house for more than an hour, and he was one of the
Ugh.
guys who was telling you to stay at home.
Is-
And yeah, then he was a hypocrite, and he went
Yeah,
out like
He
that.
hasn't even resigned. That's the worst thing. Like,
Oh, it's tragic, isn't it? Yeah.
Would you say
Just
that?
not setting a
Would you
good
say
example.
that's a resignable property to get like lose your job for?
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, because especially now, like if he was giving the message, I don't know when was this? I did the journey. Do you know, Ewan or Bill?
I didn't know about it before the
few weeks
podcast. To be
back.
honest.
Dunno.
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago, but like still, it's like when you were giving the message to tell everyone to stay at home, and then you just be a hypocrite and you go out and go on a massive car journey yourself. I mean,
Thing
it's
is-
just
People saw him and he was lying. Like people have seen him, and he
Yeah.
was saying, "No, I didn't go on the journey."
yeah, and you can't expect like the public to stay at home if the people telling them to stay at home aren't doing that
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
a
I
teacher
know.
telling you not to smoke, and then just they start pull out the marijuana in a lesson. Like,
Pull out the ganja.
yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, that's gonna happen
Kinda-
anytime soon.
yeah, no,
Hypocrite. That's what he is.
hypocrite, big hypocrite. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you see, another thing that happened though. I mean, this is a bit out of the window, but Trump. Did you see he tried to cancel Twitter?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Oh,
Twitter were like fact checking him because he just
He was saying
talks
false.
absolute, he just
It's
talks
so
rubbish on
controversial
Twitter.
on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
He's like arguing,
Just
he's like arguing with Twitter on Twitter.
So he was arguing with Twitter, basically trying to get it like I think like removed from America, which is just not the right thing to be like focusing your like attention on right now, is it?
Like,
you know, like the impact of the coronavirus, it has like silenced Greta Thunberg. Like,
Yeah,
she's gone.
true.
to be honest, I haven't heard
Forgot
of her in
about
ages.
Yeah, forgot she existed. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What's she up to these days?
Oh, she's chill. She's just chilling in Sweden, isn't she? She's like
just
rambling.
Swede.
Big Greta 101.
Well,
Moving on.
Another thing that happened this week. Oh, I guess I should say last week. The 10th episode special came up.
Yeah.
If you remember, if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you go watch it. It's probably it's in my opinion our best episode yet.
Yeah. Would you say Euan best episode yet?
Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate, mate. Yeah.
It's got to be the best one.
It was a
I've watched
cracking
that
episode.
so many times, you get me like.
Yeah, it's
I've watched it
just
about
on
10 times.
repeat. Like,
Yeah.
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 But
It's a good episode.
yeah,
I mean, there's lots of
it was
bloopers
quite
and stuff in there.
it was quite annoying to make. It was
a big project. That's what you want to say.
yeah. So it would mean a lot if you went ahead and watched it if you haven't already.
Yeah, it was quite a good one. So me and Bo spent the whole week getting like 10 different people to get into the Discord and try and record at
Go
different
and watch
times.
it like me.
Yeah.
It's quite a funny one as well. So
Yeah.
recommend that.
Yeah.
We're on episode 11 now. I mean,
Episode
don't
11.
know.
What's planned for the 20th then? That's my question.
I don't know if we're gonna hit 20 to be honest.
Yeah.
Top secret.
Top secret.
Top secret.
Project.
And also other
Boris
big
Johnson.
yeah. Boris Johnson. But other big news, we hit 1,000 views on the last episode.
Hey!
On the Big 10.
Woo! Yeah.
Well done, boys.
We've been wanting that 1,000 views for a while, and we got it now. So you know.
Yeah, quite
That's quite
conveniently
big, to be
on
fair.
episode 10 again as well.
I know. Yeah, so do the maths. How many views is that an episode?
About
100. 100 on average. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, even though we haven't got 100 in a while.
Yeah, it's but I think most of our views came from like the first 3 episodes, but
Yeah, especially the first two. The first two just banged completely.
yeah.
Yeah, but the new one is, that it's an hour long. I think like exactly on that. So it was pretty long one. But there's lots of
It's
like, you can
worth the
skip
watch.
through. Yeah, you can skip through what you don't want to watch, and there's a lot of funny right at the beginning as well. So if you just want to click on that and then just listen to it for 5 minutes or so, you wouldn't regret it. Trust. It's very funny.
Well, yeah. So anyway, regarding other news, what have you guys been up to in the quarantine times? Like, have you
Go on, Euan.
been playing any
Not that
new
much.
games?
Just
You've been-
I don't even know. Like I've been playing a lot of football in my garden. That's it really.
Oh yeah. Have you
Fair
been
enough. Yeah.
You've been playing any video games recently?
Like-
Any new ones?
Yeah, like for some reason I got back into playing games like that I played when I was like really young. Like
Yeah.
I started playing Mario the other day. Like
Yeah.
God knows why, but
What type of
I-
Mario are we talking? Are we talking Wii? Are we talking DS?
yeah,
What are we
Wii.
saying?
We're talking
Wii
Switch?
Mario.
Wii Mario.
No, the
Ah,
classic.
that bangs. The Wii's such a good
I've
console.
got Mario on the Switch. Did play that a bit.
I got it on the
Wii one.
Switch. I was
What a banger.
the Mario Odyssey. But,
Yeah,
Mario
I
Odyssey.
played Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey was very
That
good.
was really-
That's
they should make a
what
new one.
game. Yeah.
But Leo, have you been playing any new games in the quarantine? Or is it
Do you
just
know
the same
what,
more as
bro?
Warzone?
It's been 11 weeks, and do you know what? It's the same answer once again. No, it's the same game.
Well,
Well,
have you-
there's not much that has really come out though. Let's be real.
yeah,
so
well,
there's not much.
Minecraft Dungeons came out the other day.
Minecraft Dungeons. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
So,
it because I'm a bit of a.
I'll let you explain that, Bosh. You probably know a bit more than me on that.
It's a bit of a dungeon crawler game, so it's kind of like the taking Minecraft. It's not like normal Minecraft where like you mine and craft and well, obviously, but like, but what you mine, but Yeah, it's kind of like you.
Really?
It's a lot like Mario. It's like you go from like a different island to different island, and like you reach to the end of the level until eventually you get to the big castle at the end. And yeah,
So that's pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know why they've come up with that. It's a bit
yeah,
out of nowhere, isn't it?
it's a good game. I
But-
got it. So
It does
Because,
look pretty
like,
good. I watched the live stream.
Minecraft went like it almost got like revived. They wanted to like keep their
yeah,
support.
I
It's just not worked really.
yeah I looked at the reviews and and one of the biggest criticisms, like one of like the highest rated, was there's no mining and there's no crafting.
Well, Minecraft had a big revival. I think probably was it this time last year or this time the year before?
It was in the
But
summer
I
when like
swear,
PewDiePie
was it
started
because
to
of
play it.
PewDiePie?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Yeah, I
mostly.
think.
Yeah.
It already started to come back, but then PewDiePie kind of like launched it off. Like
Yeah, Minecraft just came back. Like all the YouTubers who used to play Minecraft back on it,
yeah,
and then all of us
Everyone
like
just
hop back on
followed
it
the
as well.
trend.
It was
Like-
great.
yeah.
For about 2 to 4 months, it was cracking. They were the best months ever.
It was better than
Minecraft
Fortnite
every
at
day.
the time.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
and then
Fortnite.
it just
Fortnite.
some, and then like some holidays kicked in, and
Yeah.
everyone was just like, nah.
Wait, everyone's getting outside, which we can't do right now. But
I can only like play so much Xbox. Like
Yeah, me
It's
too.
just-
Just
it
gets
gets
boring
too much sometimes.
eventually.
you have to get outside every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
yes.
But
Especially now.
anyway, so moving on from games, have you guys been listening to any new music, any new songs?
Well, Bo, it's funny you should ask because this week, last week, something like that, I don't know. KSI
KSI.
released his new album that he's been hyping up since November.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dissimulation.
Apparently, it
I'll
wasn't
bet
that
you-
good, according to people I know.
No, it's well, it's only
Depends who
really
you
is.
ask. If you ask
Yeah.
fanboys, then they'll just be like, "Oh, it's best album in the world."
Chick,
right now."
innit? But
It was only as good as it could be, really. I mean, KSI, in my opinion, doesn't really have the voice for rapping, to be honest. But
You just
It-
it just
yeah.
gets loads of people to feature on
Exactly.
his track,
yeah,
and
The
then it
features always
sounds
do
alright.
yeah,
I guess it's kind
but
of
yeah,
hypocritical coming from us. We always get people to feature on our podcast.
and the one where no one featured on was the worst one yet. But it's fun. But KSI, what he did was he said if it got #1 album, he would go bold, right? And
It got
a
number
lot
one
of
in
people-
Ireland, didn't it?
Oh, did he?
But not
Oh,
in the UK.
Yeah, he said official charts, so it's kind of sad. He got second in the end. He was beaten by the
Ah.
1975. But it was quite
Yeah.
a big marketing play by him and his team
Mm.
or whatever. He was
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
I-
don't buy my album."
He put out a video promoting the other albums that were out, like
Yeah.
1975 and some K-pop.
Yeah,
dude.
it was quite funny. Yeah,
This
but
is so good. And I was like, oh yeah, sure it is.
I think it was just a big marketing play. Like he was like, "Oh," because he says he wants to go. He didn't want to go bold. He was like, "Oh, I really don't want to go bold." Therefore,
I think it'd be better for him.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think he still wear the
what's
bandana?
happened to his hair? Like,
Do you think he
He
still wear the
probably will
bandana?
Yeah, he probably got
Uh,
another 6-month break like he did last time he went bald.
Like years ago, like back in like 2016, there was like a meme going around where we were saying KSI has cancer, and it was just a picture of bald KSI.
But yeah, so he got second in the end, but that would have been quite funny if he got first. But
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of mad that you got that. And it's what annoys me about it is like on Spotify now, KSI's got like nearly more monthly listeners than actual artists like
Yeah.
H and Dave and stuff like that.
He's got like, that's why he has beef with Rice Gum, didn't he? Like,
Yeah, he did.
What is Rice Gum
Follow.
doing now? I haven't heard from him in many
so
times.
he's
I don't know.
he's just doing songs like that. Yeah, just
Yeah.
I don't even know.
like
But yeah, it's KSI with his stuff. Pretty good.
Does he still do a lot of YouTube stuff, or is he more of like an artist now?
KSI.
Yeah.
He does his second channel, but he puts all his music on his main one.
Wait,
Yeah, he
like-
hasn't uploaded.
Logan Paul passed him in subscribers.
did he?
He did.
Like,
Yeah.
not that long ago.
Tragic.
It's because Logan Paul's actually uploading
Content.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
KSI is literally only promoting songs. He hasn't uploaded an actual
Just looks at his
video.
Reddit.
Yeah,
Right.
he hasn't uploaded an actual video on his main channel like since October or something like that.
Yeah, I've noticed
so
like a
long.
lot of YouTubers, like especially gaming YouTubers, have like instead of like just like doing gaming videos, like they have their own subreddit and they just review their subreddit.
I know, it's so boring. I
think-
think
Yeah.
so boring.
You're watching
It's so-
someone sitting on a chair just.
It's so
scrolling with
lazy.
their
I think
just
PewDiePie's the main culprit
looking
for
at
this one
things
now,
and laughing.
because all
Yeah.
he does is review his subreddit.
PewDiePie's been doing that for about like 3 years though.
Yeah.
I mean, it works because he's got like millions of people.
Yeah,
Like, are on that
it
Reddit.
can be quite entertaining sometimes, to be
It
honest.
can be funny to see the memes, but
Yeah,
it's still just like
It's the same
just a
thing.
It's
Over
just
and over
lazy,
again.
isn't it? Just lazy. It's
Yeah.
like, can you
Yeah.
not find something
and I
to
noticed
do?
a lot of YouTubers are doing this now.
Unproductive.
Yeah, everyone's getting on that train.
All
They're like,
YouTubers in the UK just follow KSI. Like,
yeah, it's
Do
true.
they?
It's true.
Yeah, like
Well,
he starts doing music, then all these other people just do music.
Yeah.
Then
And the thing is with the subreddit is they'll go through it and they'll look for one meme that is completely fake and it'll give them a clickbait title, and then
Yeah.
they'll do that and they're like easy bang like 300k views minimum, depending on I don't know who it is, but it's so easy for them, but they're just dead, man.
Yeah.
Don't see that on this channel. We just do top quality,
content.
yeah,
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Make sure to comment down below.
Yeah.
Get the
Let's
merch.
go. Coming soon, 2021.
yeah.
Not soon.
Bollocks, I've made that claim. Oh Jesus.
Oh,
Have to get that sorted sometime soon, though.
Coming soon.
So, we're speaking about going back to school relatively soon, or not relatively soon. Who knows?
No one knows. It's just so like it's so confusing.
Yeah.
They said they got our school gave an email saying that the form tutors are going to give a phone call home
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
to
I
each
saw that.
student. Do you see that?
Should have given me a phone
So I
call.
think
The week
Give-
after, I
right,
think we're
yeah.
going in slots. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
I
think
think
that.
to teachers.
what they're doing is they're phone calling home and they're going to basically check if you're doing the work or if you're doing it to the right level. And if you're not, then you're going to be the first ones to be brought back into school. So people who've
Yeah.
literally just been sitting on their ass for the last 11 will just
Yeah.
get straight back to school. And others will just stay on their desks. But it's a bit of a strange way to do it.
I don't know why, but I think I'd rather go back to school. I don't know why.
I wouldn't like to go back in the first group though, because you'd probably only go back with like, say if you got 10 people in your group, probably only go back with like 2. It might just be a bit boring roaming around school on your own. But I would, yeah, I'm happy.
I think they do like I think they do something to make it a little bit less boring.
It could
I
it
want-
could be the case that like when we go when we're in in year 11 in September, like it still could be the case that we have to like go in and like different slots and stuff.
Maybe.
might
Yeah,
not fully be
very
back.
true. Don't know, do we? We just don't know.
It just left us in confusion. That's the problem. No one
Exactly.
really knows.
This is confusion.
Yeah, but when we are in school, we talked about this back in like episode 3, I think. We have our 2 little football teams that we have
Oh,
yes.
a little
Thistle
rivalry
till I die.
between Thistle FC and Ganky FC. And with us today,
Yeah.
we have the social media executive manager, whatever you want to call him. It's
Yeah,
Mr. Ewan.
Yeah. We talked about
yeah.
yeah, we talked about this back on the birthday
officially,
podcast ages ago.
Yeah,
Ganky FC is dead. It's dead.
dead.
It's dead.
Instagram profile is gone. Like
Yeah,
the fan page is still there, but no one looks at that anyway. So.
No one cares about that. But... Yeah, but they're gone.
And, yeah, go follow Thistle FC.
Come on,
100
go on.
followers.
Thistle
You
to
know,
100.
we're on 93.
At Thistle
Haven't had a
FC.
follow in quite a while. So
Hashtag Thistle to
100
100.
would,
Comment
Hashtag-
on the most recent post. Hashtag Thistle to 100. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
yeah, you get a shout out in the next video.
Yeah.
Follow. You
Let's do it.
can join the
do it.
gift card giveaway.
Make sure to enter my Amazon gift card giveaway.
Yeah, but
It's real. Don't worry. It's really.
okay, though. But yeah, that whole Thistle Ganky thing. It's kind of mad now to think like we had like 60 people in our year all running around in like 1/3 of
Yeah.
a football pitch.
Yeah,
What we've created is crazy. Like,
yeah, to be honest.
and the fact that the
It's just
teachers
mental.
let it
Can
go
you
ahead as well is like,
Oh no, it's mental. Like you could hear us from like the other side of where we were that loud, just singing
Yeah.
songs and stuff. It's
I
quite.
would roll.
it's like I swear, Thistle FC are just like a bunch of ultras.
we
They
just
just
know
go around like
the main
shouting
men.
so many chants.
It's
Yeah.
just
Like,
incredible.
But
Ganky just do it
Can you imagine that
just
happening
on a
now?
smaller
Then?
scale.
Like we can only meet up in 6 people on Monday. Can you imagine? Like we're not
We'll
gonna be
have
able to
to do
do that for
3v3s.
time.
I
3v3s, get the 3 main star
Thistle A,
players.
Thistle B, Thistle C.
Everything
Well done,
except-
Leo. I think you should get Thistle Player of the Season this year. I think you're our top scorer, so there you go.
Oh, I really appreciate it, Euan. I really do. Thank you.
It's from the
Yeah,
heart,
you
that
know,
one.
what can I say? I get many goals. Many goals.
And
It's
Bo,
too
your
good.
most loyal supporter.
Oh yeah, from the sidelines.
Well, technically, I did get an assist with Leo. I kicked
You
up the
did.
pitch.
Oh, brilliant! Nice one, Bo.
Technically.
Appreciate it, mate. we'll give it to you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But on to a bit more depressing news. George
Probably the
Floyd,
biggest one.
boys.
Yeah.
George Floyd. Where do we start? Where do we start?
Well, I don't think we have to explain it because everyone kind of knows what happened. It's just
It's
mental, like what actually happened.
It's unbelievable. It really is, man. Like we're in 2020, and there's still this racism between police officers and just normal black people in America.
Yeah.
It's mad.
And like,
Yeah.
and like this like it's kind of like a domino effect. Like this kind of kicked off everything that's kind of going on in America now. It's like riots and everything going
Yeah.
on there now. Like
The,
America's a mess right now.
The city of Minneapolis, which is where it happened, the murder. Like it started off as like peaceful protests of them like trying to get justice, like how they should be.
And very
But now they're
quickly-
like completely rioting, like destroying the town and stuff.
yeah, and like just
It's just
stealing
mad.
everything. And like
It's crazy.
I don't like, to be honest, like they call themselves like protesters, like they're doing all this stuff, but it's just not protesting. They're just kind of
Yeah, when does it
destroying
become terror? Like, but they're doing it for the right reason, at least.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Just gotta keep
If you don't know
thinking.
what, if you don't know what happened, there was a white police officer who was going to arrest this man called George Floyd, who was like a 40-year-old black guy who was accused, not confirmed, I think forging fake checks. I think that's what I've heard.
No.
And instead of just arresting him and taking him to the police station or whatever, he kneeled on his neck for 8 minutes whilst he was like
Suffocating.
gasping for breath and asking him to get off of him because he couldn't breathe and stuff. But he just proceeded to stay on him and stuff. But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he lost his job, and something happened
Isn't he
with
gone
him.
to
Like,
prison? I think. he's
Yeah,
gone
what
to
has
prison.
even happened? Like, with
yeah,
him?
I think he did go to prison, or he's been sentenced or something at least. But it's so mad. It's so mad. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think he probably got to go into witness protection, probably. I think, because it's just like
Yeah.
there's people that want to kill him now.
But it's like, why did? It's not the first time this has happened. This has happened many times. Like, it's definitely not the first time that black people have just been racially abused by police officers. That's why the police in America are known as the pigs, because they act like pigs. Like,
Yeah.
is there something wrong with like the
Yeah.
selection of who becomes policemen? Like,
I
they
don't
should
know.
check, like, before they get the badge, they should like check
Check
that they
their
don't have
beliefs.
check their beliefs
Just
that they
like-
don't have a grudge against someone or something, or race
Yeah.
or religion or something. It's mad, like, because police they're supposed to be the peacekeepers. Yeah,
To
they're the
stop
ones.
crime and help people.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
it's a bit of an assumption. Like people are saying, like all policemen are like this. It's not everyone.
No,
It's
no,
just
100%
those
not.
few. It's just those few
Mo-
like policemen who are.
it's like 99% of policemen are there for the right reasons, and we respect them. But it's not the first time this has happened. Something needs to change about it because it will just happen again and again and again.
Well, what I
You've
don't
seen it.
The
understand is
police a
how
bad reputation, really.
yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
I think people like they need to change the justice system like permanently and sometime
In what
soon.
way?
Like they need to make it more like justice, like because it's not justice. They're putting innocent people or killing innocent people like the other day.
Yeah. Yeah. But the
yeah.
like police, they're not supposed to take the law into their hands. They're supposed to enforce the law and take them to the judge, and the judge decides the person's fate. The police don't get to decide what happens.
But there's like that's what like in America, there's so many different laws in different places, and it's like
It's really
I
confusing.
think like
isn't
the
it?
it's uncontrollable, really.
Yeah,
like-
I think like isn't it the only reason why a policeman should kill like a person? It is just like in self-defense, isn't it?
Yeah, if the
Yeah.
person, if he's like,
Did he actually
if you-
attack him, or was it
No,
just like?
I don't. Well,
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know the context, and I don't think
No, yeah.
we do know the context as of yet. But even still, unless he was like swinging for him, or he was carrying a weapon and he was attempting to kill the.
Isn't that what
police
tasers
officer.
for? Like to like stun them.
Yeah, but the fact that he just
Yeah.
you should.
cold-blooded murdered him. I mean, it's completely like you're not allowed to do that. It's crazy how that can
It's
even
against the
happen.
law.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
smart.
Well.
You don't really see that stuff happen in the UK.
Yeah, well, I think we should probably move on now because it's getting a bit depressing right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well then, moving on. Okay, so
R.I.P.
been a couple episodes since we've done the classic Q&C questions, Euan. So you're
we haven't
gonna
done this in quite a while now because we haven't had many guests.
episode 8. So you're gonna have to give your share of opinion now. So we'll start off with what is your favourite? Who say again? TV show of all time. That's the one.
Yeah.
Well, been watching it recently. Probably Friday Night Dinner.
Right,
Oh,
then
yeah.
I okay.
It's
That's
just
a good show.
Good
just,
choice.
just funny, isn't it? Like
It is so funny. Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
can't stop laughing.
that's brilliant.
Mad.
It's really funny.
Here's a question though: who's your favourite character?
I think it's got to be Martin. You know.
Oh, come on,
Like,
you're a
mine.
real one.
Martin.
Oh, you're a real one. Those who say Jim, they're just, oh, no, you're fake, innit?
He's
It's
just-
mine.
He's just funny. He just
It's
like,
just so
he's-
funny. Oh, yeah, I rate it. What did you think of the new season?
It was it's good.
It was
Yeah.
good.
It's just funny, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
there's nothing else to say. Like
it is just funny to be fair. Yeah.
I
do
feel like
watch that one.
sometimes they take it a bit too far though. Like
Yeah.
Jim did you watch him when Jim did the magic trick?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
that was a bit. Maybe that was a bit far.
He killed the grandmother. I was like, oh god.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah. Well, if you haven't watched it by now, you know
What are you doing?
you
your
should
fault.
have. You should have. And yeah.
What about you, Bo? Have you been watching some new stuff?
It's not my favorite show, but I've been watching for some reason. I've been watching Big Bang Theory for some reason on Netflix.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
Okay.
why. I just put it on and I've just been watching it recently.
it's a nice background TV show, isn't
Yeah.
it? You don't have
It's
to like
bit
give your
like
attention
Friends.
to it. Yeah, not like something serious where you have to like listen to every word of every
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah, right, fair enough.
I'm
I wanna-
guessing your favorite is the Archers, Leo.
Ah, it's just incredible.
I thought your favorite was. I thought your favorite was Prison Break, Leo.
Yeah. My favorite is Prison Break. The joke is, in our media course, which we all do, we have to study this kind of radio
show,
TV
which is
show
boring.
called The Archers, and the
Oh,
most
yeah.
boring thing ever. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
I remember
terrible.
doing that, but
I would say Prison Break, but I've been watching clips from Top Boy, the Netflix original that came out a year ago or two,
yeah.
like that.
I
And
also watch old Top Gear episodes. Like I don't know why they're just always on. some reason.
Yeah,
fair
Top
enough.
Gear's funny. Yeah, I like it.
The original ones were like Richard Hammond and that. Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, the
that-
new
yeah,
ones ain't.
They were the best ones. Wow, they don't hit the spot. The
Oh,
new ones, not anymore.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the next question we have is, what is your favorite artist of all time?
Like musician,
Oh god.
singer, band, or whatever.
I don't know. I just don't know if I have a definitive favorite, but I listen to a wide variety of music. Like
Yeah. So,
Or like a genre.
do you have a favorite genre?
I don't know, like it's like I don't know. It's just like a
It's
mix.
everything.
Just a bit of everything.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, what do you find that you're listening to the most then at the moment?
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's just I'm looking through my playlist right now, and it's just like a bunch of different people.
yeah.
Go on, give us a few names. Go on.
Well, I got the 1975.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, nice.
One of it. You know, Rover. I don't know if you heard it. Like
Rover.
whoever's, it's like I think it might have been #1. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
nice one.
Biffy Clyro. You got me.
Yeah,
Biffy
yeah.
Clyro, good old Biffy Clyro. What a lad.
Yeah. Oh, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Fair enough. Is it?
Okay. Sorry. I think one of our last few questions we do on the podcast. This is one of our last ones. Is Euan,
Last one.
where do you think you're going to be 15 years from now?
In the future, you'll be 30 years old, my friend.
Where will I be? Hopefully not dead.
That's right. Everyone says that. Everyone
Yeah.
goes up with saying dead or not dead. It's usually one of
One or the other you choose.
them.
I don't know. It's hard.
What?
Is there a
Do you
dream
think
job
you'll stay in?
that you want?
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in science.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Nice.
A lot of people have said science,
But
like biology, like
SpaceX,
life
maybe?
takes you different ways. So
become an astronaut.
yeah, no, that's one thing I ain't being. No.
Alright, fair
be,
enough.
be the next Elon Musk.
Hey, maybe I'll like just be famous on YouTube. Who knows?
Good
you know,
famous YouTuber.
I'll be in 15 years' time. I'll be back on this podcast with 30 million subs.
Yeah, you'll be coming on for an interview to promote your new YouTube book.
Yeah, and then I'll be fighting Logan Paul.
who's going to be like 50 years old.
Yeah. Greg Paul even.
He's going to be dead.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Fair enough. And what, do you reckon you're going to stay in the UK or are you going to
Oh yeah,
move around
probably.
about? Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, UK. I don't think I'll see
Fairs.
myself anywhere else.
Yeah. So, Ilya, have you got anything else? Anything to say?
Do you know what, Bill? I think we've probably covered everything today. Do you want to close this one out?
Yeah. Well, and
Follow
Euan.
Thistle FC on Instagram.
Yeah.
Get out of that, come on.
Follow. Thank you, Euan, for coming on for this episode.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
We wanted
Thank
you
you,
on
my
for a
friend.
while, yeah.
Appreciate
And
it.
to those watching home, make sure to like, subscribe, and enter to the free gift card giveaway. leave a
Yeah.
comment, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next week then, I guess. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
episode 12. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.